Hello everyone, welcome back to another Coffee with Christian. Today I am drinking an iced mocha latte just like I was in the last Coffee with Christian. I think I have found a new favorite. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about something super important to me. Something very meaningful in my life, something that has been with me all throughout my childhood and teenage years and now adulthood. I want to talk to you guys about books. So, obviously you knew that from the title. I just kind of wanted to make it a little bit dramatic for, effect. I love books so much. As you can tell, I have quite the collection. Some are missing because I'm going to be showing you some of my favorite books. It's kind of funny though that I'm making a whole video dedicated to all the books that I love, because when I was a child learning how to read, I would literally fight my mother, physically fight her when it was time to practice reading. I hated reading. Well, I hated to learn to read. It was like torture to me. I don't think I was very good at it at first, and so I was upset. I didn't want to do it because I was bad at it. But my mom wrestled me to the ground and forced me to learn how to read, and I am very thankful she did. Shout out to Mom. Thanks for wrestling me to the ground and forcing me to learn how to read. Love ya. So, after I learned how to read, I don't really think I read a lot as a child, unless it was for school. But one fateful day, something happened. I think it was first or second grade maybe, and I realized books are freaking awesome. Yeah, you heard me. Books are amazing. I completely changed my ways. I went from hating to read to loving to read. Wild. So when Scholastic book fairs came around, I was first in line, buddy, I'm telling you. I love Junie B. Oh my gosh, Junie B. I think that might have been what got me into reading books. Junie B. Jones. If y'all have never read Junie B. stories, y'all check those out. They are hilarious. They are so cute. So enough of the backstory. Let's get into my current favorites. So before I show you guys all the books I like, I'm going to tell y'all my favorite genre of books is fiction. Pretty much I don't read anything besides fiction unless I'm reading my devotions or unless it's for school. Fiction is my jam, so if y'all don't like fiction books, I am sorry. Maybe watch which ones I show you guys and try them out for yourself. You don't know if you don't like it until you try it. Maybe you had a bad experience with fiction. Well, let me give you some options to try. So I'm going to start with the book I am currently reading right now. This book is called Happily Ever After by Kiera Cass, and I love this book so far. I'm halfway through it. This book is a part of a series called the Selection Series, and oh my gosh, I love that series so much. You guys should check it out. That is the Selection Series by Kiera Cass. I'm not going to give you a whole lot of details about these books because I don't want to spoil it. But this book right here is kind of short stories of all the characters that were in the series. So you need to read the series first before reading this. Before I started reading Happily Ever After, I finished The Hunger Games. Holy crap. Best book series I've ever read. Freaking amazing. When they first came out, I didn't read them just because I don't think I was into stuff like this, and I was 3 when they came out. Okay, I wasn't 3, I was in middle school, but I wasn't into this kind of stuff. But dude, these books are amazing. You see this right here? This is The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. This is the newest Hunger Games book. It is a prequel to the first 3 books. Holy crap, I was shooketh after I read this. You guys need to read the Hunger Games series and then read this book. Please, you will not regret it. I also am a fan of Roald Dahl and all of his books. This is one called Boy. It's basically his story of his life. It's pretty cool, but my favorite book by him, I think, might be the BFG or the Twits. Those are good. So if you've never read Roald Dahl, he is awesome. And his books usually have really cute doodles in them and stuff, so please check it out. Okay, this next one is an oldie but a goodie. It is Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. This book obviously almost everyone already knows the story of Frankenstein. Dr. Frankenstein makes a monster, he turns bad and like goes on a rampage and stuff, yada yada. But oh my goodness, this book is beautiful. Dude, you get to see like the monster's perspective a little bit in this. It is wild. The monster is like precious. I feel so bad for him. This book was actually the first book where I got jump scared in. It's like, how do you get jump scared in a book? You're literally reading what's gonna happen. But like, dude, when it's like an intense moment and you're reading like, oh my God, what's gonna happen? What's gonna, like, that's how it happened. It was wild. And I almost could not sleep that night because I was scared of the monster. I was in high school when I read this. That's how good this is. So please read Frankenstein. Warning, it's a little bit slow at first, but trust me, just finish it. It's so good. The next one is a classic. It is The Hobbit. And as you can tell, I have read this several times and this poor dude is falling apart. I love this book so much. I think I've read it like 8 times. Bilbo Baggins is precious and I want to just give him a big ol' hug because he's so sweet. The Hobbit. If you've never seen The Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit, you are missing out. But before you watch the movie, read the book. Just read the book because it's so good and there's so many details in there that's not in the movies and it's amazing. So yeah, love The Hobbit. Next is The Phantom Tollbooth by Norton Juster. I think I said that right. This book is kind of like Alice in Wonderland. It is trippy. I mean, look, there's like a giant dog rabbit with a clock coming out of his torso. That's some Alice in Wonderland junk. I got so confused on some of the crap they were saying in this book. It was hilarious. It is so funny and weird and so intriguing, I guess. It is so fun. It's about this little boy that gets like trapped in this other land and he has to like save the day, but it's all wacky and he can't figure out what anyone is talking about and it is a whole mess and it is great. So highly recommend this, The Phantom Tollbooth. Next, we have a Shakespeare book. This one is a no fear Shakespeare book because sometimes interpreting Shakespeare's writing is super difficult. So this is a no fear Shakespeare of A Midsummer's Night's Dream, and that is my favorite Shakespeare play. It's basically about several people get sprayed with some love potion, but the wrong people fall in love with the wrong person and it gets all chaotic and it's hilarious and it's wonderful and you need to read it. It is such a good book / play and highly recommend. Shakespeare, A Midsummer's Night Dream. So the next book is called Icefall. This one is by Matthew J. Kirby. It is such a good book. My sister got me this, I think. It's kind of like a realistic fiction, I suppose. You guys read it and tell me if you think it's a realistic fiction or just plain old fiction, because apparently I don't know. But oh my gosh, this book, my emotions could not handle the end of this. Dudes, I'm telling you, when I say I almost threw this book across the room, ooh, there were tears in my eyeballs. It was such a good book though. Y'all need to read Icefall. I'm telling y'all. Y'all will not regret reading Icefall. So last but not least, we have a book called The Shape Changer's Wife. And this is by Sharon Shin. And this book is just beautiful. I love this story so much. It's not a big book. It's not a hard read. It is just the best. I love it so much. It's about wizards and like people getting turned into like animals and plants and it's just like a wild ride. I kind of want to read this again now. The Shape Changer's Wife is a great story. Y'all would like it. I'm pretty sure you would. If you like magic and romance, you're gonna like this book. I highly recommend The Shape Changer's Wife. So those are some of my favorite books. I say some because there is so many more. This video would be 100 hours long if I went through every book that I liked. Where we live now, there's a library literally across the street and I just got a library card and I am pumped. I already have 2 books checked out at the same time and I cannot wait to just be over there all the time. It's going to be wonderful. I might have to make a part 2 of all the books I like if I keep trying to find new ones at the library. So it's obvious that I love reading and I love books. I love using my imagination. I love creating these characters in my brain and try to interpret the author's words into like a whole world and it's just so fun. I understand not everyone likes to read and I get that. It's okay. But I'm just telling you guys, please just give it a chance. If you're someone who doesn't like to read, I just encourage you to please just give it one more try. Try different genres. You may not like fiction, you may not like biographies, but you will find the genre you like. You just have to give it a shot. So just try. That's all I want. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed seeing some of my favorite books. Comment down below your favorite books. Let's start a conversation about books. Let's go. Do not forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.